Hi, today I want to give some advice on a way to get involved in video production that I don't often hear people talking about, and that is through video production companies. Now I know that sounds incredibly obvious, but I'm always surprised at how seldom I hear other people talking about that online. Usually when I go looking for advice, it's either just go off and do your own thing in video production or find other people who are doing their own things and join them. But small video production companies fall into this comfortable middle ground where they're big enough to be working with major clients and huge companies on really significant projects using professional video equipment and gear and everything, but they're not necessarily big enough to have crews to cover every position on set. And so they're often going to hire out those positions to freelancers or videographers in the area. So how do you get started? Well, first of all, just look them up and reach out. If you just Google video production companies near me, if you're in America or a lot of other countries, I guarantee you're going to find some nearby. If not in your own town, then at least in the nearest town of about 100,000 people or so. They're literally all over the place. Get to know them, watch their stuff, figure out if they're the kind of company you'd like to work with, and then send them an email. In your email, you want to be really short and to the point. They probably aren't going to spend a lot of time rating it, so you just want to be really concise about what it is that you're good at and include a sample of your work if you can. Hopefully that's your reel, if you've got a good reel. A great next step, if you can, is to try and schedule a 15-minute meeting with them. This is just a low-pressure situation where you can meet up in person and let them get to know you as a person and put a face to your name and become more than just a little email address that's bugging them all the time. And could be a really good opportunity to share your experience, what you're good at, and how you can be helpful to them on set in the future. Once you're in, show up, be available. It's likely your first role with them will be a small job on a small project so that there's not a whole lot of risk on their side if you don't really know what you're doing. This is a perfect opportunity for you to prove that you are willing to learn and to be available. Show up early, dress professionally, and look for any opportunity you can to help out on set. Your title might be something like production assistant, but you're probably going to be working on such a small crew that you need to be ready and available to do whatever needs to be done. I've worked with freelancers who were on their phone every spare moment and kind of just did the bare minimum of what they needed to do. And I've worked with freelancers who were just available at a moment's notice and were looking for opportunities to help out. If you're standing around, either look for something to do or ask if there's something that you can do. Remember that you're not only representing yourself to the company you're working for, but you're representing that company to their client. So you need to make a good impression on their behalf. So the more busy you can be on set, the more helpful you can be, the better that reflects on them and on yourself to them. And finally, follow up. Let them know that you enjoyed working with them and appreciated being a part of the production process. If you feel like you were particularly helpful in any avenue on set, kind of call that out and let them know that you'd love to help out in that way in the future. And ask them if they have any other projects coming up. It's not a bad idea to check in every now and then and ask if they have any major video productions coming up. Just don't go overboard with this. You want your association with them to be helpful, not annoying. And that's what a lot of working with these companies comes down to. This is helpful for you, and obviously this is what you want to do, but your posturing towards them needs to be that you are helping them and that you are available for whatever they need. So that just goes back to that. Be available and be there to be a part of this project. So to recap, video production companies are all over the place and they are doing really amazing work and they are always looking for people to help out on set. To be one of those people, look them up, show up, and follow up. I hope this video has been at least a little bit helpful and that you get to work on some amazing projects in the future. Thanks for watching. Cheers.